Hi there, Cancer friends. It's Dharma Jane here to do your mid-April, like mid-May love tarot. I'm so sorry I'm late. You know, they talk about Mercury in retrograde. Yeah. Literally everything that could have gone wrong with filming and electronics did. So, without further ado, this is a love reading. This is going to be a 2 energy message. So, yin and a yang, a he and a she, or this side and that side for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and hello to cross watchers. So, calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for our Cancer. First, what's the heartbeat of this relationship? That's way too many cards. What's the heartbeat? What's going on in the end of April towards May and June? What's happening? For fire, yeah. So some Cancer folks are seeking this for fire's happy home, happy life, happy wife, all of that. But others are already experiencing that. And so that's what we're going to read from. Now, where's the yin energy? Where's the more feminine energy? What are their 2 of fire in reverse? So the more feminine energy is unsure. They don't really know. It's like a trust issue. It's almost like one person in the relationship is totally aware and totally ready and interested, and the other person in the relationship has no idea. Well, the masculine side is feeling really nostalgic. Okay, that's feeling like a knowing of a soulmate relationship, past life, some kind of karmic like connection. But I kind of feel like they're in this place of like, why me? I'm not sure why I feel that way, but I do. So what are the wants on the feminine side? What are they looking for? What do they want? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I just feel like this feminine over here is really tired of like things being impractical, things not working out in a practical way. It's like, it's almost like, why is everything so hard? And what's funny is that's how this person feels, but that's the face of this card. Look at her face. Why me? Why is everything so hard? And that's not to say that that's a bad way to feel, because people genuinely feel that way often. And I kind of feel like both parties are feeling like that. Oh my goodness, yeah, because on the masculine side, what they want is to come out of the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is what? Disappointment. Both people are just like all the time disappointed, but I don't feel like it's with each other. So this might be a relationship that isn't actually happening yet. It's like in the ether, like cooking up, because both people are longing for the same thing. It's just, I feel like there's a lot of mistrust that, well, that's, you know, it's like, well, that's not the one for me. I mean, I want them, but anytime I try to manifest something that I want, I don't get it. But the blocks here on the feminine side, well, yeah, because she's not hearing anything. This is the Page of Cups in reverse. She's not hearing anything. How in the world is she supposed to, I mean, I'm talking about trust and like, we don't really know, but we want the same thing. But it's like nothing's being said. It's just like an across the room glance that's all hot and whatever. That's the same, that's kind of the same thing on this masculine side for the blocks here, because you've got the 4 of air in reverse. So that's what, as a block, you don't want, the masculine doesn't want somebody who isn't saying anything. This is totally mirrored all the way across. I feel like I keep getting that for Cancer over the last couple of months about this mirrored relationship, because they want, the feminine wants someone to talk. The masculine wants someone to talk. The feminine wants tangible things that are good for her. The masculine doesn't want to be disappointed. It's like, I just wish that these people in this relationship would just talk about it because they want the same thing. I heard assuming. I also heard the initial K. Something about a fulcrum. What can we get for an outcome for this relationship, please? Ah, Ace of Fire. Yeah. And on the bottom, 3 of Fire. Right? So this is like watching your ships come in. This is getting what you want. I feel like that's much earned. Get this out of the way over here. But the outcome is the Ace of Fire. Look at how hot that is compared to all the rest of this. So it's like there's a feeling there that both people in the So with the Hierophant in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse, I mean, that could definitely be about a marriage, particularly since it's on top of the 4 of Wands. But you know what I feel like is that at least, if not both, one party in this party has had just a really terrible marriage. I mean, just terrible. To the point now where they're like, Ice Queen. And so that's where all of this trusting is coming from, because I think maybe this new relationship might be like really new. So new to where the fact that both parties, or whoever the one from the bad marriage, is still feeling that. So it's like, why am I even going to try? You know, I'm just going to stare at this dude from across the room, and he's going to stare at me back, but we're not going to say anything at all. See, but there's your Ace of Fire. This is in reverse. This is upright. So, you know, right about now, mid-April, we're like, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it. But then you come through these blocks and you deal with this not speaking, non-communication issue. Bam. Ace of Fire. Why is the feminine? All right. So here's the King of Swords with this new. So there might be an air sign involved in this somehow. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pluto, Mercury, whatever. But this really kind of feels like brutal energy. Fear of starting something new because of the brutal energy that they've already experienced. And that makes perfect sense. Like tread easy, because the last time you just jumped right into it, I mean, it all fell apart. And it was really difficult to get out of. And then there's the 3 of Fire again, over here and right here. And it's like, you want your ships to come in. You want it. But, what if? I feel like what if is a really big what if. See, because the masculine is just all kinds of confused. He's feeling nostalgic and like really just wanting to come out of anxiety. Because they're disappointed. They're tired. On the masculine side, there's so much disappointment. I feel like I have to do this again. I have to start over again. I have to. It's so exhausting to love. And the feminine's like, oh my God, I'm going to do this again. Why am I going to do this again? Why am I going to put myself through the love thing again if it's just going to end up bad? You see what I'm saying about the mirroring all the way down? Yeah, and so we're talking about the feminine, or, you know, yin side over here wanting something that's tangible. And there you have the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, it's almost like, it's like if I can't get what I want, I'm going to be better off by myself because I'm tired of the bullshit. And there's the Queen of Fire in reverse. It's almost like she's just willing to like turn off the passion if she doesn't get what she wants. You know, go girl. And then there's the Eight of Pentacles. That's reaping the harvest. That's getting what you worked for. And that's exactly what I was talking about. She would rather, if she's not going to reap everything, every ounce of what she puts into it, she'd rather just be alone. Because she's done that before. Which resulted in that. So why is the masculine so disappointed then? That's like being found out, or like maybe got spied on, lost money, heard the word alimony. And then they're disappointed in how things went before, so now they're going in. And it's almost like, I'm not really sure if I want to offer my cup out. It's the Queen of Cups in reverse. I don't know if I want to offer my cup. What's the point? I feel like there's a whole lot of what ifs and what's the points, and I'm not really sure, but this feels right. So I don't really know what to do, except that my head and heart both are telling me, go, 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 go. Page of Pentacles, right? Go ahead and go for it. But there's like, you got head, heart, and intuition. And one of those on both sides is telling these people, don't do it. You're going to get hurt. So what's that? Ego? Oh, here's the Three of Fire again. This feminine is very much like, if I'm not going to get what I want, I don't want anything at all. And honestly, that's a really good way to be, because this woman has settled, already settled, and doesn't want to go there again. Shouldn't have to go there again. Five of Swords. There has been betrayal in the past. That's the Five of Swords. She's been betrayed. She's been through heartbreak. She's been through the brutal energy. Not really interested. And it's almost like not even willing to give this masculine a chance, because what if? It's like it's easier just to be alone than to let somebody else, than to open up to somebody else and then let them hurt you. That's the Eight of Rods. That's conversation. That's communication. This is exactly what I was talking about. Both sides, nobody's saying anything at all about it, but the feeling is there. It's a feeling of like connection. But as long as nobody's talking, a decision is not going to get made to like make this happen. Somebody's going to need to take the initiative. I can't believe that just came out like that. Somebody's going to need to take the initiative and give the message, to give the news, to say, by the way, do you know that you're the option that I'm going to pick? Do you know there's no reason to be confused, because I've been trying to explain to you for months or maybe weeks that I'm into you? And I kind of feel like the masculine is going to have to do it, because I feel like this feminine over here is just not even interested. Not that she's not interested in this masculine, but she's not interested in like opening feelings. So as an outcome, we do have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, you know, coming towards mid-May, I still don't see it as like a fully blossoming thing, but I definitely see it as something moving forward that's coming to balance. So there might be a Libra involved here. But, you know, with the, wow, you got the Star on the bottom and the Magician. That's manifesting. It's manifesting, but it's in reverse. So I kind of feel like it's a little bit of manipulation. But I don't feel negativity. Almost like this masculine needs to kind of like manipulate the situation to get this feminine to believe. But honestly, if you have to manipulate somebody, that's probably not a good route to go. But you have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, that's being content. That's being satisfied and happy with the outcome. And so moving towards May, June, just heard the name Peter. Peters. Something about an authority figure, like a policeman, firefighter, somebody in uniform, you know, like Marine. Not really sure what the symbolism is there. Maybe somebody's controlling in the relationship, and that's kind of where this manipulation thing comes from. But again, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like that might be like a route to kind of working with this energy. Because May, June time, you've got someone who is finally making a choice. Coming out of the hermit mode, which usually making a choice about a person does take you out of the hermit mode. Because the hermit mode is where you go to think about the choice, and then the Two of Swords is where you make the choice. Also, Two of Swords is Libra, so you've got that twice. But I just feel like there's still going to be some defensive energy, and you know, I almost feel like if there was some trust involved, this person, this masculine, might really be the one to come and get you out of your mental trap. And I don't think they're doing that on purpose. I think that that might be like, maybe like part of their soul contract is to help. I've been getting that a lot this month with the masculine, like kind of rescuing the feminine, if you will. Yeah, and that's because I think a lot of these masculine energies are starting to feel the call of their soulmates. It's very hard to get women to be the one to go and get their soulmates because a lot of men will like resist that. That's science. That's alpha man, woman type thing. And so now the universe has got all these masculines waking up like, oh my God, this is the one that you need to be with. Get it together, dude. And it's, you know, there's always cycles. Sometimes the feminine needs to save the masculine, but as of right now, oh my God, the masculine is the one who is going to bring in the healing. That was lovely how that just came out. But this is what I'm saying, like even towards June, I'm not sure that everyone is still going to be on the same page. Because I feel like there's a lot of just, not mistrust, but like being unsure about whether or not these burdens have been lifted. She got the 8 of Rods in reverse down here. Ah. As a final outcome, oh my God. One person in this relationship, I believe, is going to decide that it's not worth it. They are not interested in betrayal, and they're not interested in having to be defensive. They would just rather be alone. And that's, you know, because you have the 9 of Pentacles 3 times. And I really feel like this is the feminine who is just like, I can't do this. So for the masculine, if this is your feminine that's slipping away, be mindful to work harder on this heart healing, because I feel like they have one foot out the door. Yeah, working on the discovery of self. Working on themselves, working on feeling what it feels like to not be in a constant state of hurt. And this is calling for the masculine to understand the nature of nature. What does that mean? Well, okay, if you're let's say it's the masculine, and you've been hurt over and over and over again, you are naturally going to gain a thicker shell that's going to be really difficult to penetrate. And there needs to be strength here. One person is wildly stronger emotionally than the other person. And this card here, the trickster, this is asking for someone to break their habits, their thought habits, because you're creating your own like chaos in your mind. And that's the card of loyalty. I also got that for Capricorn. This is what I was saying about the masculine being these like saviors this month, because they're being really loyal. So they find out who their soulmate is intuitively, and then they, bam, loyal. And it's kind of like the masculine's like, whatever you're going to throw at me, I'm going to deal with because you're the one, and it is worth it. Which is funny because it's like the feminine is like, this is not worth it. Nothing is worth it. I'm just going to get hurt again. And the masculine is like, this is so worth it. I'm gonna help this person. I'm gonna love this person because to me it is worth it. And so you have a bit of opposition there. But I just feel like for any sign, a lot of these females or feminine energies have had enough. They're literally just sick of trying to do these relationships, and then they always turn out like crap because they trust too fast or trust too easy, and somebody is always willing to come in and like, you know, rain on their parade. And it's like, I would just rather, I'm not dealing with this. I would just rather do this. And so, and it's almost like if they feel any ounce of trickery or deception or betrayal, they will slam the door in your face. Because to them, it's not worth it anymore to be put in that position. Which, you know, is a very strong way to be, but at the same time, as strong as it is, might also leave you alone. So be careful who you're closing the door on, because these are your main messages. The Four of Fire and the Ace of Fire. If you want a new, strong, passionate foundation, everybody in the situation needs to let their guard down. Okay, Cancer, that is all I have for you for April, May, June-ish. There'll be more videos now that retrograde is over. Find me on Instagram, dharmajane.8. If you'd like a private reading, the info is in the box below. Have a good one.